Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and if this is your first time here, hello, welcome to the Dream Family. My name is Haylee and I'm here to help you create the life of your dreams through your dreams. Now, I haven't made a regular video in a while. I have been going through the craziest process of my life, and that is moving to Washington. If you've been watching me for a little bit, you know that I've been talking about Washington for years, and this has been my biggest goal, and I finally achieved it. And if you want to see the house tour and the first live stream that I did in the house, then check out my most recent live stream. And boy, I cannot tell you how good it feels to actually have space to move around. Alright guys, let's get into it. So I'm going to be giving you 4 different ways that you can use lucid dreaming for personal growth, and 4 different ways you can deepen your connection to lucid dreaming so you can lucid dream more often. This is one of the main things I use lucid dreaming for, is personal growth, because there's so many ways to use it for personal growth. Over 95% of our brain is subconscious. So this means through our dreams, we can see unconscious beliefs, patterns, emotions that haven't been processed, and even memories or experiences that we're still subconsciously holding on to or haven't been fully integrated. To me, lucid dreaming is the easiest way to connect with your subconscious mind, because with hypnosis, for example, you are taking your conscious mind into the subconscious mind, and you have to enter a very specific state when awake to be able to access subconscious information. And when we're dreaming in the subconscious anyways, and if we get lucid in our dreams, that means we are conscious in the subconscious, so we can bring conscious work to our subconscious territory. So for me, it makes the most sense to explore our inner world through the power of lucid dreaming. So the first way that you can use lucid dreaming for personal growth is by using it to meet internal archetypes. Now, when you are lucid in your dream, everything that you see is you. Truly, every flower, every person that you see, every cloud, it's all on some level a representation of you and your internal world. And dream characters often represent our internal archetypes. This means that you can meet your inner anger, your creativity. If you have anxiety, you can meet your anxiety in the form of a person and actually ask them questions and get to know them. And this really allows us to create more meaningful relationships with deeper parts of our own psyche. Even if you haven't got lucid in your dreams, just by looking at your dreams, you can see what archetypes are showing up, what emotions are showing up, and what the subconscious is wanting to bring to the conscious mind. There's so much more to your dream journal than just writing your dreams down. We can uncover so much symbolism and really get to know ourselves on a much deeper level if we learn to analyze and decode the symbolism in our dreams. But let's say you did get lucid in your dream and you do want to meet one of your archetypes. Let's say your anxiety archetype. For me, I like to make a request out to the dream, like out loud, to meet this specific archetype. Whatever your question or request is, I find the most success literally calling it out to the sky, which I've found is kind of like the overall awareness of the dream experience. And just by doing this, the dream will either change or shift in some way to answer your question, or literally someone will walk in that represents that archetype that you were requesting to speak with. Get used to looking closely, because even if you don't think the subconscious mind answered your question, it might have. It shows up in very interesting ways that we don't expect. The second way that you can use lucid dreaming for personal growth is it allows us to become aware of, process, and integrate stored emotion. Because we store our emotions within our subconscious mind, they are expressed through our dreams. I want you to start creating more awareness around the emotions that show up in your dreams, because the emotions that show up in your dreams are usually emotions that are stored in the body and in the subconscious mind. And just by looking at what emotions are showing up in your dreams, that will help you learn how to really feel and process those emotions, and also know what situation it relates to. A lot of the time, if you feel a very strong emotion in your dream, let's say frustration, or you're feeling misunderstood in the dream because of something that happened, when you wake up, ask yourself how you relate to that emotion in waking life. When did you feel misunderstood or frustrated in this way? And a lot of the time, you'll be able to tie it back to an actual situation that happened that maybe you didn't fully process or you didn't fully feel your feelings in that moment. And so looking at emotions through our dreams in this way brings our awareness back to our waking life and maybe where we aren't fully feeling our emotions. So really get comfortable looking at the emotional states that show up in your dreams, and it will help you process and integrate those same emotions in waking life. The third way you can use lucid dreaming for personal growth is by using your spiritual practices in your dreams, like yoga, energy work, meditation, and mindfulness, and even speaking affirmations out loud within the dream. Have you ever tried doing yoga within a lucid dream? What about just sitting there and being mindful? What about Tai Chi and Qigong if that's something that you do? The way that the dream reacts to these spiritual practices is so cool. And it's been said that whatever happens within the lucid dream state is 7 to 9 times more powerful than the waking state potentially. So meditating for 5 minutes within a lucid dream could potentially feel like you were in a mindful meditation a lot longer when you wake up. I've also noticed just really interesting things happen when I take my spiritual practices into the dream. For example, I practiced mindfulness meditation not too long ago in the dream, where as soon as I got lucid, I stabilized the lucid dream and I just sat crisscross on the ground and just became very aware of my surroundings. What I heard, what I could see, what colors were in my awareness, and I just tried to focus on my breath. And the dream literally started to shake. It started to vibrate, and the environment started to get brighter and brighter and brighter until the dream eventually ended. I don't really know exactly what happened during that process, but I can tell you that I felt just this really immense amount of peace that lasted at least a few days. So just a few minutes of practicing some of your spiritual practices in the dream may yield an interesting result that you've never experienced before. So it's definitely worth trying out. Fourth way that you can use lucid dreaming for personal growth is to fall asleep with a request, an intention, or a question, and analyze your dream symbolism in your dream journal once you wake up. The subconscious is actually really good at answering our questions and fulfilling our requests, but the subconscious mind speaks in symbolism, complete symbolism, and so we can't just take things as they kind of show up in our dream journal. But maybe just fall asleep asking for a new idea in your business, or just to see something that you're supposed to see, or show me something that I haven't fully let go of emotionally. Like, however deep you want to go, test it out and just fall asleep with that intention or that question and notice what you dream of. Really look at the symbolism within your dream, and you may find that the subconscious mind really did fulfill your request. And we've talked about dream decoding on the channel before, but I'm definitely going to be creating an updated video so you guys can use the simple process to work with your dreams without even having to get lucid. Now, I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can deepen your connection to lucid dreams, and you can do this even if you've never had a lucid dream before. This is just starting to rewire your mind to be more connected to that dream space and to be more conscious as you move throughout your day, more lucid, if you will. So these are 4 ways that you can deepen your connection to lucid dreams and have more lucid dreams. The first way is to practice meditating when you wake up in REM sleep. So you'll notice that a lot of the lucid dreaming techniques and even out-of-body experience techniques kind of revolve around REM sleep. You wake up in REM sleep, and then you stay up for a little bit, and then you go to bed and either meditate yourself to sleep or you begin your technique, whether it's a visualization technique or so on. So we're very familiar with REM sleep, but to really get you just used to playing with REM sleep, practice timing your REM sleep. So practice waking up in REM, which is the stage of sleep in which we dream. So if you just woke up out of a dream, then you're probably in REM. So this is a good time to try that. But practice waking up during REM sleep and just meditating. You don't have the goal to get lucid. You're not setting the goal to have an out-of-body experience. You are just setting the goal to be mindful, to not fall asleep, if you will, just to practice meditation after waking up out of a dream or in REM sleep. And you'll get better at this as you practice. And this is helping us really hone the mind awake, body asleep state, which is the perfect state for lucid dreams and out-of-body experiences. So just practicing staying conscious when you're in that state, it will kind of take care of itself. You'll start to notice that you can naturally and more easily just maintain awareness further and further into sleep. That is one of the main skills that you need to induce an out-of-body experience or a lucid dream. So it's a way to practice it without putting so much pressure on it and filling up your schedule with all these different techniques to try. It's just practicing mindfulness during REM sleep. And if you are familiar with liminal dreaming, that is a great thing to practice as well. Liminal dreaming is basically carrying mindful awareness into the half awake, half asleep state. So you can relax on the couch and just kind of let yourself enter a really deep relaxation, and eventually you will start to notice that hypnagogic imagery, those visuals. You'll kind of feel yourself falling asleep, and that's the point where you want to practice staying mindful. And that's when things really, really get incredible. Like, you can train yourself to dream on the edges of sleep, and practicing liminal dreaming is going to basically do the same thing as this, practicing meditating during REM sleep. This is really just designed to help you bring conscious awareness into the unconscious state, and of course that will in turn help with lucid dreaming. The second way that you can deepen your connection to lucid dreams is to use your dream journal to analyze and determine your lucid dreaming opportunities. So in your non-lucid dream, look through your dream journal and analyze this dream and ask yourself when you could have gotten lucid. When were the opportunities that you could have realized you were dreaming? And so often, even if you've never had a lucid dream before, a lot of the time you can tell when you could have gotten lucid. Or maybe you've had a dream where you realized something was off, but you didn't really catch on. Like, you almost got lucid, but you didn't fully realize that you were dreaming. That's basically what we're going to be practicing with this. We want to start bringing conscious awareness into our dream, even if it's after the dream we already had. That's still building lucidity in your dreams, because you're not just writing it down and just closing your dream journal and never looking at that dream again. You're actually analyzing it after you have the dream, and you're looking at all of the opportunities that you could have realized that you were dreaming. Maybe you were grocery shopping and you look down and you didn't have a shirt on, and you're like, okay, that's kind of weird. Why is this happening? That would be a great opportunity to underline or circle or just point out in your dream journal. The more that you can look for opportunities you could have gotten lucid, the more you're going to have those opportunities when you're actually dreaming and catch on. Like, if you get used to looking for these dream signs, these signs that you're dreaming, that will eventually help you notice them while you are in the dream. So building lucidity around your dreams doesn't just have to be when you're lucid. Building lucidity around your dreams when you're awake is what helps you build lucidity in your dreams when you're actually dreaming. So get used to analyzing your dream journal and looking for the opportunities where you could have realized you were dreaming. The third way you can deepen your connection to your lucid dreams is to use waking reality to help you explore the mindset of your dreaming self. What if this was all a dream? What if you were dreaming right now? What if you knew you were dreaming right now? How would that change the way you look at reality? There's lots of levels to this. I like to practice this on walks. At first, I would ask myself, well, what if I could be dreaming right now? Like, what if I was suspicious that this could be a dream? All of a sudden, you'll notice that the way you see your surroundings completely changes. You're more mindful, you're moving slower. Seems like you're way more present in the moment now. And maybe you're noticing things that you would have never noticed before. Like, when we get lucid in a dream, we pay attention to all of the tiniest little things. You know, the detail on leaves, or even just the details on our hands that we maybe don't pay attention to. The weather, like how vivid the grass looks. I mean, everything comes to life when we realize we are dreaming. We become so so in awe and connected with what we're experiencing. And if we can kind of train ourselves to get in that same mindset, it's going to help it become habitual, and we're going to be more mindful and lucidly aware when we're actually dreaming. And it's kind of like reality checks, where like with reality checks, you want to get used to asking, how do I know that I'm awake right now, basically. And this is doing basically the exact same thing, because you're putting yourself into that mindset. You're learning to kind of shift how you perceive your surroundings, and it's helping get you used to thinking about your dreaming self. And if you get used to thinking about your dreams and your dreaming self, then you're going to start thinking about your dreams and your dreaming self when you're dreaming. And that could potentially trigger you to realize, oh wait, oh my gosh, I'm dreaming. So find ways during the day to get into the mindset of your dreaming self and see how that shifts how you experience reality. The fourth way you can deepen your connection to your dreams is to find your passion and interests with Dreamwork. Why does Dreamwork matter to you? What is your goal or desire through Dreamwork? Why are you grateful for Dreamwork? What has Dreamwork already given you? The stronger your why is, and the more connected you feel to this practice, the more it will come alive on its own. I promise you that curiosity and openness and just being interested in this is more than half of the work. I promise you, just being open to experience this kind of allows spontaneous experiences to come in. So finding your passion, your interests, and your why with this practice will really fuel it more than you know. And leave your answer down in the comments. What's one way that you want to explore personal growth within lucid dreaming? What's one thing that you think lucid dreaming can help you with as far as your personal development and your spiritual growth? Alright guys, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for joining. We are live streaming again weekly, so come hang out on Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific time if you want to come hang out, ask questions, share your experiences, and just hang out with the Dream family. Don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, the Lucid Mystic Sleep Music, where I release nightly binaural beats, ambient sleep music for your lucid dreams and out-of-body experiences. Thanks for tuning into this video, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.